We talk about imposter syndrome as if it is some sort of mental health disorder or a mental condition. And granted, the term itself was coined by and created by two psychiatrists or psychologists way back in the 70s. But the reality is it's not classified as any sort of mental health condition. It is not in the DSM-5, okay? It is not a real condition. That's the good news. And the even better news is that you don't need any sort of evaluation or treatment or plan of care or prescription or anything like that, okay? You don't need any of that. The only thing you need as far as prescription or treatment or plan of care is concerned is a mindset shift so that you can stop filling your head with these lies that you've been telling yourself and convincing yourself and believing. I need you to start believing something more in yourself and start living out your truth. So, if imposter syndrome has been like plaguing you, or as my mother always says, stealing your joy and making you feel unworthy of freedom and fulfillment, true freedom and fulfillment, then listen to me, sis. You've been scammed. You've been scammed, and it is time right now, today, for you to reclaim your life. So let's go. Hey there, Queen. So glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. Listen, whether you're new to me or if you're true to me, welcome to my channel. If you are a high-achieving woman entrepreneur, a woman over 40, a woman of color, or a woman of the LGBTQ plus community, and you are feeling squeezed between success and satisfaction, girl, you have found your sanctuary, okay? It is me, yours truly, Katrina Marie, your new favorite coach and your biz bestie. My name is Katrina Marie. I am also known as the Boss Chick Biz Coach and your fearless leader. And I am here to resuscitate your life and your legacy. Okay? I am a holistic business coach and RN health and wellness educator. And I do this one of three ways. I help you to heal internally so that you can expedite your external success. I help you to exit a corporate career that no longer serves you. And I teach you rather, how to build an aligned and profitable brand and business without sacrificing your soul and sanity or compromising your health and happiness. So if you are ready to live the life that you dream of, desire, and deserve, and claim a life of peace, pleasure, power, and profit, then I invite you to subscribe. Go ahead right now, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. It is so sad, really a sad truth to say that many women, especially Black women, brown women, women of color, deal with imposter syndrome on a very deep level, and they feel like a fake or a fraud. Now, you might be someone who can identify with this if you are the type of person who is extremely hard on yourself and very critical of yourself, more so than anybody else has ever been. If you have like a very tense fear of failure and excessive worry, and you worry about like all of the consequences, right, that may happen but hasn't happened yet, like you're playing out all of these negative scenarios that haven't even occurred. If you are someone who doesn't ask for or accept help from anyone because you want to prove to yourself and everybody else that you can do it all alone, if you reject compliments or shy away from praises, or if you credit your success to someone else or something else other than you, then these are just a few telltale signs that you are experiencing imposter syndrome. And if this is you right now, I need you to know that I do understand. I do. I also need you to understand that you feel this way because the seeds have been planted. Oftentimes they've been planted early on. Sometimes in childhood, right? This is something our parents may have done to us, right? Or to you in this case. That wasn't my situation, but that could be very much your situation. Sometimes our parents plant that seed early on because they have a high expectation for us, right? High levels of expectations, high standards. They raise the bar for us early on, especially if they themselves have not actually met a certain level of standards for themselves throughout their years, or if they feel like they failed in some way, or if they are vicariously living through your dreams because they didn't get to reach their own. If they are projecting their fears on you, then they might have placed very unrealistic expectations on you in a way that you now hold yourself to unrealistic expectations and a higher standard. And no matter how high you get, how much you achieve, whatever it is that you've accomplished, it's never enough. It never feels good enough, right? And if that's you, then that is more than likely because that was placed on you, within you, that seed we're talking about, early on in your childhood, okay? But the other reason is that imposter syndrome, whether we recognize it or not, is deeply rooted in our humanity, but especially in our culture as Black and brown people. As Black women, we've always been either pitted against one another or our white counterparts. And sometimes it is the way you are made to feel or have felt in the workplace, not feeling that you have measured up to your white counterparts or the white women that work in your workplace alongside you, doing the same types of jobs, holding the same positions and titles, but you don't feel adequate enough because you've been made to believe that you are not, that you are somehow inferior to their superiority, that you are as like a subordinate to who they are in the workplace, and it's just not true. So I need you to stop for a moment. Just think about this. I need you to stop aiming for perfection and just embrace your God-given gifts, your talents, your skill set, your knowledge, your abilities, and your strengths, and play up to those things and know that you are valued and you are enough just as you are right now. So I need you to hold on to that. I need you to see that for yourself. I need you to believe it. Now, let's go ahead and master your mindset. Mindset shift number 1, get out of your own way. Listen to me, sis. If God can give you the grace, the mercy, the generosity, then why can't you give it to yourself? You are not expected to be perfect because you know what? There is no perfect person in this world. Last time I checked, our Creator didn't make any of those. He didn't make any perfect people. So you need not be something that you weren't even designed to be. Do you feel what I'm saying? Nobody has this expectation of you but you. So I need you to hear me when I say that you are perfect in all of your imperfections. And as soon as you can accept this as your truth, you will give yourself permission to be free of self-sabotage. Mindset shift number 2 is that life is our greatest teacher. What do teachers do? Teachers teach. Teachers teach, they test our knowledge on the material that they educated us on, and it is your job. It is our job to be a good student and to study the material well enough so that we can pass the test. And if we don't pass the test, we have to have an understanding that we are going to repeat the lesson. Isn't that what teachers do? They give you the material to study, they teach it, they review it with you, and it is your job to study the material so well that you do a great job on the exam and you pass it. And if you get a below passing grade, you gotta repeat the lesson. Am I right or am I right? So it's no different with life. So what I want you to do right now is take a close look at your life right now in this moment, and based on where you are right now and how you feel about yourself in this very moment of time, I need you to ask yourself, what is the lesson that you're supposed to be learning? What is the lessons that you've had to repeat because you didn't get it the first or the second or the third or fifth or 10th or 12th, 15th time? Because guess what? It's going to keep showing up, and you've got to make sure you are studying what it is that you're not getting right the first time so that you don't keep repeating your mistakes. So what lessons should you be learning right now so that you can get value out of that? Learn the lesson, learn it, right? So you can move on to the next lesson, because that's what life is about. Life is about a multitude of lessons that we need to learn. So go ahead and learn this lesson so that you can finally get to the next lesson and move on about your life. Now, before I give you more, because there's certainly more of where that came from, if you're getting what I'm giving and you love these gems I'm dropping, go ahead and leave a comment below so we can get this discussion popping. I would love to know what is resonating with you right now, what's hitting those heartstrings, what's hitting home for you. Let me know in the comments right now. Are you someone who's dealing with imposter syndrome? Maybe you did in the past. Maybe you know someone who is. Be sure to share this episode with them so that they can also get the value out of this today. All right? But in between time and in the meantime, let's go ahead and get back to business. Mindset shift number 3. Darling, let me be the first to tell you, in case you weren't aware, you are not a victim of life. You are not a victim of life. That is some great news, is it not? Life is not just one big old bully going around picking on people, right? So I'm going to need you to stop playing the victim role, sis. I'm going to need you to stop. And by sis, I don't even care what the color of your skin is. I am particularly, though, talking to my brown and black peoples, okay? Peoples, yes, with an S. That was intentional. My brown and black peeps, I am mostly talking to you. I'm going to need you to stop playing the victim role and stop bullying yourself. Because if life ain't bullying you, why are you bullying you? When unforeseen circumstances arise in your entrepreneurial journey, just as much as they do in life, because you know they inevitably will, when obstacles get in the way and block the road that you are on or the path that you are on, and you're like, damn it, I'd have made it this far to this mile marker. I don't even see the detour signs. What am I supposed to do next? How do I get around this mess? When that happens, learn the more effective way to respond to the situation. Rather than throwing in the towel, getting up in arms, getting down on yourself, being hard on yourself, being critical of yourself, figure out, first, breathe, pause, calm yourself, and think, what should I do based on what I know and what I've learned? Because I've learned some lessons. We just talked about lessons in the last mindset shift, right? What is the lesson in this moment that I'm supposed to get? And then let that drive your decision with that understanding based on the information you now have. Because the truth of the matter is, life is 10% of what transpires, right? But 90% of what comes after is really and truly based on how you respond to it now in this moment. So you might have a situation that comes up, an unforeseen circumstance, a predicament you're in, whatever has taken place that puts you where you are right now that is an unpleasant experience. And the truth of the matter is, when you get there, you can decide or choose or both that, you know what, this was out of my control. There was not much or anything I could have really done differently. Nothing I could have done to stop it. So here we are, right here, right now. I'm going to choose the high road. I'm going to choose to find my way around these obstacles. I'm going to look for the detour signs. I'm going to find my way to the next mile marker. I'm going to get off of this road and just take a couple exits, go up a couple exits, and then get back on, because at least I know that I'm going to be on the same path, but that's going to be my way of going around. That's going to be my way of detouring myself so that I can get back on track. Rather than getting all upset, having all of these negative thoughts, all of this negative downer dialogue in your mind, all of these dialogue demons that keep attacking you and incarcerating yourself with these horrific thoughts, how is that going to serve you? How is that going to help you? How is that going to put you on a better path? You've got to hold on to the positive light. And that light is faith, right? Faith and love and belief, a strong belief, an understanding of knowing who you are and what you're deserving of, and not letting anyone or anything change your path. You've got to find your way above, going around, going under, going through, whatever obstacles come your way. You've got to exercise that no matter what muscle. And no matter what, you've got to stop playing the victim and recognize that you are the victor. And you are someone who is after victory. And when you have that mindset, nothing and nobody can stop you. Mindset shift number 4 is stand up for yourself, sis. Stand up for yourself. Nobody else is necessarily going to do it for you, and you don't need to wait for somebody to do it for you. Stand up for yourself. And yes, I say it with all the attitude, the neck rolling, the eyes, the finger, all the things. Stand up for yourself. I want you to stop playing small. I need you to stop dimming your light and hiding behind your own shadow. You have a lot, hear me when I say a lot to offer this big old beautiful world. A lot to offer this world, and you have been called to serve a particular population of people that have been hoping, wishing, begging, pleading, praying for you to show up. And you just keep hiding and not showing up and doing them and yourself a disservice. Sis, I need you to know it is time to blind the world with your brilliance, darling. Blind the world with your brilliance so that your tribe can find you, because they can't find you right now in those shadows, right? I want you to kick imposter syndrome's ass with a heavy dose of show up, show out, and show off syndrome. That's what we doing over here. So I need you to go toe to toe. I need you to go blow to blow, even if it takes all 12 rounds. However many rounds it takes, I need you to kick imposter syndrome right in the ass. And that's on period. Mindset shift number 5. This is the 5th and final mindset shift that we're going to talk about today, and that is to step into the magnitude of your awesomeness, the magnitude of your greatness. That means remember who you are and remember whose you are, darling. Our Creator designed us for something greater. He is already impressed by your bold, beautiful, brilliant brain and your brownness and blackness of your skin that you're in. He is already impressed with that. He is the one who created you to be who you are. You need to remember that. And now it's your turn to tap into the power that lies within you, because you know your place and your purpose in this world. It is rightfully yours to be at the top. It is your birthright. You are entitled to nothing less than the best. So rise to the occasion and take what is rightfully yours, because it is yours to take. Take it without hesitation. Remember who you are and love yourself more than anybody else could possibly love you. Fall madly, madly, madly in love with you. Now, if you are someone who is struggling with imposter syndrome right now, or if you are, ready to dive deeper into the ways in which we can master our mindset or master your mind, I need you to grab a copy right now of my ebook. It's titled Mindset Mastery. I want you to learn the 5 pillars of entrepreneurial success. Imposter syndrome is a scam. Believe you me, imposter syndrome is a scam. This is an interactive PDF. It's a guide, and in fact, more than a guide, I go deeper into the fundamental pillars of entrepreneurship and give you the roadmap that cultivates the mindset that will propel you forward quicker, faster, sooner towards your success. So be sure to grab your copy today. Now, if you've gotten any value from this video today, from today's episode, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that like button, because it helps my videos, my content get out in front of more people who need to hear this very important message, okay? It really helps my channel, and I so appreciate you in advance for taking the time to do that. It takes all of 2 or less seconds, right, for you to just smash that like button. And I want you to also like, comment, subscribe, share, and save this video. So if you need to come back to it later, then you can. But definitely sharing is caring. So if you do happen to know somebody who is struggling with imposter syndrome right now, then please do yourself a favor and go back and watch this for yourself, but also hand this information off to somebody who really and truly needs this and who would thank you for doing that for them. Because again, sharing is caring, and I want to bless somebody today with this very message if they really and truly need to hear it, okay? So that's my time. I thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to tune out while you continue to tune in. As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.